V-U-K. Why did I sound like a sheep? What happened there?
You didn't even finish your sentence.
My intention was good, and then I realised you sound like a knob. So,
no comment.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to Vape Talk UK, episode 1246. Thank you for joining us.
I think it's 1247, but I'll let you.
Yeah. I mean, technically, Mark was closer. You were 1,001 off, Chandler, and Mark was 1,000 off.
1,000 off.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I win.
Okay, as normal.
Good evening, David. Good evening. Is that PC Coils? Yes, PC Coils.
Good evening, Ilsa. Raj.
Gareth. Ben.
Gareth of no surname.
Also, I like to call David DePayne. It sounds like that 80s artist.
What was it? T-Pain.
No, it's like De something. But yeah, you're now DePayne. So
D'Angelo.
Yeah, that's it, D'Angelo. But no, he's all he's got to do is bring DePayne, and we're good to go.
Bring DePayne. It sounds like a WWE wrestler or something, doesn't it? DePayne.
Hey, can any of you cut hair and trim beards?
No, look at me.
Well, I cut hair, but
oh man, I am such of a need for.
No, I've done the
shave it.
Well, I haven't done it.
Skull yourself.
Nah, not doing it. My head.
To be fair, there is a tiny wispy bit here that she missed, but apart from that, she's done quite a good job.
I haven't shaved my head in like 5 days. It's like all fuzzy and shit.
It's starting to turn into a tennis ball.
Yeah, but a tennis ball that's got half of it's like it's been eaten by a dog because half of it's missing.
I'm so there's a handful of things that I'm looking forward to doing. One is having a haircut and a beard trim.
Yeah.
Two is sitting in a beer garden and having a beer and not being socially distant. And three, being able to walk down High Street with my cock hanging out.
Did you used to be able to do that before?
No, not usually, but they're telling me I can't do it, so I want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I would have thought that would have been easier to have done it when we were on lockdown.
Well, Mark, I mean,
you've not got caught.
You're doing it reasonably and legally with the best of integrity. So,
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's probably not technically breaking the law.
I need to get
it's
new
actually
glasses.
also a way
But you
of
might-
means
yeah,
to
you
socially
might-
distancing because people will run away from you. So
I mean, I need to get my eyes tested, so I'm going to go for a drive after the show and just make sure they're all right.
Yeah.
Don't forget to have a couple of beers first.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Fun times. We're awful.
You do know we're not allowed to mention his name for the entirety of this show because I am sick of turning the TV on and having and hearing that name within 30 seconds of turning the television on.
What name? And I'll be as serious.
The chap who drove quite a long way and back again, and everyone's trying to work out whether it was okay or not. No, seriously.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But we're not going to talk about it.
Raj.
Raj. Oh, sorry, mate.
Dear.
And take Mr. Cummins with you.
That does require a bit of a ban in chat if it will let you off.
Oh, dear. Oh. What are you vaping on, Mark?
Me, this week, I've not brought them up with me, to be fair. But I found in the bottom of a box the other day. We've been talking, Alex and I have been talking about a particular juice that he recommended to me that I said, I used to stock it, I've tried it, I can't really remember it, but I remember it was all right. And I was clearing out a box in the shed and I came across 4 or 5 bottles of it. I was like, on it.
Yeah.
Tickle me pink.
Nice. Is
Tickle
that pink
pink.
lemonade?
No, it's a guava and Himalayan goatweed.
What?
It is very nice, though. Yeah.
I've got no idea. All I can taste is guava, and I'm not a big fan of guava, but this is. Yeah.
Mama can be good if it's not too.
Guava-y.
Yeah, if it's like used as a carrier, it's actually quite well.
Yeah. No. So. Yeah, quite enjoying that. I am also. I'll start with juice. Alex sent me this probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I've just not got round to mixing it up. It's a long fill from Amerta, sorry. And he wanted my opinion on the vanilla cigar, vanilla custard cigar Bisha. But it's a long fill, and I really couldn't be asked to work out the maths and everything else. But finally got round to it at the weekend, along with the green with envy and everything else that I nicked up. But no, I'm vaping that. That is on the Roulette. And I'm going to talk about that tonight. I know we were supposed to last week, but unfortunately we went out of time. That's that.
We just got sidetracked.
We did.
Yeah.
We went over the top last week.
Yeah. We hadn't had a show for a fortnight. We were just like,
Please.
I am also still vaping on PM8 TSE. I mentioned it last week.
okay.
I've probably
Direct line in still.
yeah.
Oh.
Still running at 0.2. 55 watts. Don't want to go up into the Git realms of 80 watts, but I'm really enjoying that. And I actually found in the same tin that I found my other stuff the other day, some 10ml, 3mg tins of Nasty Juice Bad Blood.
Ooh.
And I put that in there. I forgot how nice it was. Bad Blood's really good.
Bad Blood's the blackcurrant one, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's not too cool.
No.
It
It's
still
not too
makes
bad
my
at all.
larynx go like that a little bit. But
Just a little bit.
just a little bit.
Okay.
And I am also...
Oh, thanks for the sub.
Did you just sniff your fingers? Yeah.
That's 10 months on the trot. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I am also vaping on... I said last week that I was waiting for something to appear. It appears that it had jumped in the sea and attempted to swim from Copenhagen to the UK. Finally got here last Wednesday, didn't it? It was just after the show, which I was gutted by. Now, I'm not currently using it with the RDA that it came with.
You weren't supposed to.
No.
So, wasn't the point.
I know. I know. But yeah. I'm just just looking at something. Bear with me a second. Sorry, I'll just go deathly quiet.
I'm back in a sec. Got to find some batteries.
So my new pickup this week from the lovely Martin in Denmark. I'm actually looking for the little bag of bubble wrap, and I think it's by my bed. Randomly,
Bubble wrap
is the Autumn Mod Cult.
That is pretty.
It's very nice.
I do have Martin sent over a black tube as well with it. However, I find the black tube gets hot. The button gets warm. Don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong. Don't know.
Clean the threads, maybe?
Everything's spotless. It came from Martin.
Spotless, okay. All right, fair play.
What coil are you still having the 0.2 coil in the...
I'm running a 0.2 on a Soul S. Just so they're a bit cloudy. But with it, he also... Oh, shit, throw it all over the floor.
Oh, Andrew's got mail coming from Denmark as well on Thursday.
Ooh.
Also with that came The Poet.
Nice.
That is nice.
And a... What cap is it that came with The Poet? Is it a...
The plexi. Clear plexi.
And a clear plexi cap to go with it. So I need to play with some mouth to lung builds. Mouth to lung builds on that to see if I get it tight enough. But yeah, I've not. What have I got? I've got 2 or 3 squonkers. Lost most of my stuff exactly a year ago.
Did it come up on your Facebook?
It did.
Yeah.
Well,
Facebook
actually,
memory. Do you remember when your house nearly burnt down last year?
Yeah. Self-combusting motherfucker. But no. It's nice to have something nice back in rotation, and
Well, I hope you will enjoy it. Didn't fit in well with me. Wasn't bad, but just didn't float my boat as I had hoped. So I know you love those. So
very much.
and to be fair, you did pay for it, so it wasn't like it was free. So
yeah. And that is my. Yeah, I'm looking at my desk, and that is me this week. Caspian, what are you vaping on, sir?
I have got my .io with the Ryan Door tip, although I'm still yet to receive a replacement button from said Mr. Door. But vaping that, and in that I have got.
Sorry to interrupt.
Right.
Did you work out what the issue was with the buttons?
I know what the issue was, and I tried to convey that to him and never got a reply.
I talked to him briefly the other day, and he said that there may be some tolerance differences in the buttons because he tested all of them on his. So, but we'll fix it.
Fair enough. Anyway, either way, vaping that, and I've got the Kuramu yogurt, the forest fruit in that. I have a bit of new vape things. I have a vapor flask with a Haku Venom on top. I have just found out this thing will run on one battery, even though it's a dual battery mod. But
it's parallel though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So of course it will.
However, these batteries don't fit. They're too wide.
Wrap's too thick.
Wrap's too thick, and
do you have
these
to
ones.
Use old school 25Rs?
I don't know.
Did
I think
anyone in chat remember 25Rs being blue?
I remember them, and super glossy.
No, they were green.
Before all of these matte used to have slippy, glossy covers. Well, this one, I've just put this battery in. I don't know if you can see that. You see what it's just done to the side of my battery?
Oh shit!
Oh, it's just scraped the entire wrap off. That's
and I didn't.
safe.
I got the battery in, but I didn't want to not be able to get the battery out again. So,
yeah, because that would be.
I took the battery out and it's just destroyed it. So those need to be rewrapped before I can use them. And I'm going to spend the rest of the show trying to dig around in my drawer, finding some batteries that fit. The batteries I just took out of it, which are dead, are now on charge. So we'll charge them up and use that. But I'm using the Haku Venom, and I've got.
What did you say? Like, did you say Haku Venom?
It says Haku Venom on the bottom of it.
Like something high end, Cass?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Look.
One of my favouriteest IDAs ever, that is.
Okay, Venom. Love it. Absolutely love it. And in that, I have got a 6-wrap 22 gauge night chrome build. Comes in at about 0.4. And I'm running that 30 watts. So, tidy that is. It's just nice to straight drip and not have to squonk or RTA or any of that bollocks. It's just juice goes squirt. And then I vape it. Like, just got to wait for these batteries to fucking charge up. Other than that, that's what I'm vaping on. Oh, and I've also got my my Ryan Dawes mod, and I've got the Berserker on that, and I've got the Grape Father in that, I think, at the moment.
You liking it?
Yeah, it's nice. That coil needs changing, though.
So what's the scores for the Ryan Dawes?
Boom, 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 boom.
To be fair, his mod is very good, and the drip tip that I have been kindly gifted by mine is really, really nice to use.
Well, Matt is saying in chat that his button was spot on, so there may be some.
I think basically what it is the way the button's built is you've got a rubber thing that sits on top of the circuit board, and then you've got the original button sits on top, but it has like a divot in it, which the rubber thing sits inside.
Mm.
Now, my button is around the same thickness as the original button, but it hasn't got that rubber. It hasn't got that divot for the rubber to sit in. So the rubber's sitting that much more proud.
Yeah.
So as soon as you put it on and tape it down, it auto fires because it's pushing the whole assembly down.
Well, to be fair, you didn't make it a new function from the mod. It was like entire side fire.
Side fire, and also it's got auto fire. So sometimes you don't even need to press it. You know, it's like the lazy man's vaping. Matt says the drip tip doesn't work for me though. You aren't meant to use the rubber, really? Really? That provides the spring though, surely.
The ergonomic press.
They're designed to work without.
Oh. Get out your screwdriver, Cass.
Let's see how fast I can lose all the screws.
Does the rubber pop off?
Yeah, the rubber falls off. It's just sat on top. No.
Try taking the rubber off and putting the switch on top. It might work.
Never goes well when you take off the rubber.
Give me 10 minutes. Right, Chandler, what are you vaping on? I heard that.
Oh dear! I love the way Kaz is on it straight away. It's like straight.
Right, we've got our screwdrivers. We're set to go.
Yeah.
Screw on.
Watch him lose the teeny tiny screw in his shag pile carpet.
I've already lost one.
Oh, okay. He's already lost one. Right, mouth to lung. I've got the smuggler again because.
On your clone saver.
On my clone. It's a clone. I've decided it is actually a clone. It's a clone. So if it's a clone of a clone, then it's therefore original. Does that logic work?
If it's a clone saber, then it should be called sober. So.
Yeah. It's a either way. Yeah, it's not a clone. And in that,
for chat, it's not a clone. It's not a clone.
It's not a clone.
Don't go hating.
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
Only a naughty person to do that.
I've got some of that in there. Mr. James Blythe's handlebar elixir, raspberry and spearmint tea, which is strangely nice. Not strangely nice, strangely Moorish. I was expecting it to be one of those flavors that you savor every now and again, but I just want to vape it all the time. It's good old day vape.
Nice.
And on the back of that, I've been doing DIY. Talking of liquids, I've got my Noisy Cricket with the vapor giant that used to be a nano that isn't a nano anymore, and it's got lemon tart that I mixed up from Darkstar because lemon tart, nice. And seeing as I was getting people having a go at my drip tip that I'd got on top of the Haku Riviera.
People are hating on you for that, man.
People were hating on me for that. I'm like, what? Saying it was a little bit taut, so I fixed it.
I like that. It's matchy also now with the mod.
I love that you just doubled down.
Nicely. Yeah.
just...
What's the Bastion?
So yeah, Bassium, nice green Bassium with a nice suitable matchy drip tip. Now, technically, it is exactly the same height as the drip tip I took off, but because it's wider, it doesn't look it. So it does actually look a little bit shorter.
So it is the world's most
give yourself a challenge. Like, see the most outrageous tip you can get for it. Like, with them.
Well, to be honest, I did contemplate that one.
No, put the other one back.
Extreme.
Put the other one back.
The other one back.
So it's probably the world's most unnecessarily largest drip tip for the world's most unnecessarily large squonker.
Yeah, it's a badly shaped squonker.
An oxymoron, maybe?
Good. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, either way, I'm enjoying it. It's nice. So, and as I said, DIY.
Fuck the haters.
I know. So I got some concentrate. Guess where I got that from?
Darkstar. Oh.
Yeah, very good.
No clue. 3FA?
So I was having a look on there. It was when I wanted to buy the drip tip. I got the Tayfun GT drip tip off them, and I was having a look, and they'd got some kiwi mix.
That is
flavour.
That is a Hang Seng bottle. Does the SH flavour mean Hang Seng flavouring? But that is a Hang Seng flavouring bottle.
No, is it?
It is. Yeah. What does the HS?
Yeah, that 100%.
What does HS flavouring stand for?
God knows. Probably HS. Probably Hang Seng.
Oh.
Flavour concentrate for DIY e-liquid mixing. Made in China for creme de vape.
100% Hang Seng, because
That's a
Hang Seng
Hang Seng
offer a
bottle.
relabeling service.
Yeah. Fair play.
Seriously?
Didn't know that.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Matt's saying, I'm sure creme de vape, so Hang Seng. There we go.
All right.
Well, actually, this is quite... I got this. Okay. Yeah, well, there you go. It's Hang Seng. I got that because I'd run out of the Epistle icebreaker. And that's a kiwi mix, so it's got the kiwi apple and the strawberry in it. And I got some
eucalyptus,
Glenberry mint, and Kaz isn't there, so he doesn't mind. Some little bit of cucumber just to put in there, and a little bit of that.
Do you fancy cucumber in liquids generally?
I don't know. I just thought, oh, why not? It needs some mint and mint and cucumber seem to go together, don't they?
I might
Cucumber
have
is
an idea
nice.
of what you need to try then.
Yeah, so I thought, well, let's try the mint and the cucumber, a bit of that kiwi mix in there, a bit of Coolada. It's not quite the Epistle icebreaker, but it's not half bad.
Do you know the problem for me with cucumber is every cucumber in the world ever, and I mean ever, is so artificial. Because you go down to your fridge, you pull out a cucumber and you bite it. Okay, it's got a little hint of flavouring, but it tastes of water.
Yeah.
It's
With
the same thing with watermelon juices.
They're wrong.
Watermelon doesn't taste of anything, so emulating that creates...
And blueberry.
No, blueberries taste.
Yeah, blueberries taste.
Holy shit. Matt Waits, you are right. It's clicky.
No.
Yeah, this is the little rubber thing I was on about that sits inside.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
So it's designed for you to take that little bit of rubber thing out.
I mean,
Told you.
I'm not going to
I
admit
wanna
that.
I like that. I love
message
the "I
him
told
straight
you
away.
so" from chat.
Well, no one told me that was the case originally. You just
I
assume
think
you're
you
going to
have
put
to
a new
message
button.
him back like straight away saying abort, abort, abort.
Yeah. I think I might do that right now. Wait, let's get it all on and together before I do that and make sure it works.
Of course.
Yeah, thanks, chat. You diamonds. Now I've lost
Yeah,
my fucking
Matt.
screwdriver. There it is.
They don't seem to have much faith in you though, Kaz.
No, not at all.
No, he's already.
Albeit I've gone for. I went for two because he's already lost one.
I've just seen that.
I did put another option as all of them, but I published it before I.
I mean, it'd be impressive to lose 5 screws considering there were only 4 originally, and I lost 1 the other week.
Exactly.
We've only got 3 left, so 5 is going to be impressive as well. To be fair.
He could do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's all good. I did mention the little rubber thing to him, so I'm surprised he didn't say, actually, no, you got to take the rubber thing out. Oh, well. What are you vaping on, Martin?
I'm making it on my key fob, my Aegis pot.
Ooh.
0.6 mesh coil in there with some honey flavor grape lemonade. Especially mixed in a 18 milligram Nick salt. Very good. Then I got my Voyeur Anaconda with the looks like an armor engine on top. And in there I've got a bottle.
That liquidy noise.
That's me. Sorry, I'm shaking my.
Forest fruit Miyako from Wick Liquor. And finally, I've got my Juma
Nice.
Fenrir from Matic Mods with the Skyfall on top, which has some Mango Tango from Jago.
Why are there so many Skyfalls being sold and resold at the minute?
Are they terrible?
No, they're good.
They
I
are
think
from
it's
everywhere.
one
Doesn't
of them
want
that
them.
went up, and it's just still sitting there because I don't know why I bought it. I was bored, I think.
Good enough reason.
How much is a Skyfall?
I think RP, it's... I actually don't know.
Because for some of the price I've seen them selling them, does it coil and wick itself? Like,
No. Well, the Skyline, I think, is 185 euros RP. Skyline
Okay.
is... Perhaps someone in chat knows.
Raj will know.
Kaz, you're a happy bunny now, aren't you?
doesn't side fire anymore. We're good. Yeah,
Look at his little face. He's so chuffed with that. Look at him.
That looks good now. That looks the shit now.
What's that?
It's like, yay!
I've lost everything.
160 euro. Thanks,
euros.
yeah.
Well, everyone wanted the downloadable content Skyline that might be coming up.
Wait, Rod.
No, it's a DLC cap, so only gonna be made in or both the Skyline and the Skyfall.
I'm sure we had this conversation in a Zoom chat the other night because I remember that coming up before.
But it was announced just before COVID started, and then it got delayed. I think because of that.
Mm-hmm.
You've made me very happy, Matt. It's a very simple thing, and that's made my fucking day.
His day is now complete.
If not your life. I mean, God.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I know what I forgot to do. Sorry, carry on.
Did you forget the screws?
I forgot to put the little rubber covers back on the screws.
Cracking. News, boyos.
I actually have some news this week. All right, let's not lose that. Okay, I've lost that. No. Okay, fine. News. We have some interesting news, some cigarette-based news, because we've got to know what the enemy are doing, and some clearly virus-related vaping news. But here we go. So, menthol cigarettes have been banned this month. The European Union revised tobacco products directive makes it an offence for manufacturers to produce menthol cigarettes and retailers to sell menthol cigarettes from the 20th of May 2020, so 6 days ago. The ban also applies to capsule, click-on, click-and-roll, crush ball, or dual menthol cigarettes. The ban does not apply to heated tobacco products or e-cigarette products. There's no sell-through period for Gibbons, which means... Yeah.
Did it?
What?
I changed
Did you
the
just
word. I just put that
You
in.
just changed it. Gibbons, you're like it's like fucking Anchorman, isn't it? Where he just changes the fucking auto cue. What did that actually say?
It didn't. There was no word there. There was no sell-through period. Controls edit.
It's like Anchorman.
Period. There's no sell-through period, which means
which means that retailers must have sold through any remaining stock of menthol cigarettes. What else does it say here? Mark's a prick. Oh, okay. The UK's exit. Oh dear me.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get the notes up. I haven't actually got the notes up.
All right.
I feel like I'm missing out now.
So the UK's exit from the European Union does not impact the introduction of the menthol ban. However, there are companies like Rizla who are releasing menthol strips designed to go into cigarette packets to infuse menthol into the tobacco. So they're called flavor cards.
Flavor cards.
And I actually, we were typing out all of this stuff earlier, and I got an advert for Rizla pop up on my Facebook, which I've never seen before. I've never had a Rizla advert pop on my Facebook before, but it doesn't apply to menthol cigars, cigarillos, and it doesn't apply to external roll-up filters.
Tips.
So, filter tips. Well played, Mark. Like that was funny. That was very funny.
And you've amended it, so I went back to read what you put, and you've changed it.
I was just like Gibbons. What? All right. So that's a thing that's happened. We knew it was coming, and it finally has happened.
What impact do you think this might have on vaping?
I say little to none. I think most people are just going to swap over to roll-ups. I don't think people. It depends how badly people want their menthol cigarettes. I know some people who only smoke menthols.
It'd be interesting to know how effective these menthol cards are.
Yeah.
Is it like sleeping with what are those things? They're like the things that you put under kids' pillows to help them sleep.
Oh, what like lavender bags?
You get like drips. And no, not chloroform before anybody else says it.
Don't know, Chandler, you're good at putting kids to sleep. What? What's it? Sorry, I got to pay it forward.
I put that on myself, so I don't want to pick on anyone else. But you did it anyway.
Now Chandler just has to pay that forward again. It's fine.
No, I'm leaving that one. I just.
I lost one of the little rubber things.
I had a few in the shop already.
Lost one of your rubbers.
There we go. So, PC calls. I've had a few in the shop already and wanted to stop vaping because of the menthol ban.
Wow.
It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't.
Do you mean stop smoking, not stop vaping?
I know what I meant. Stop being facetious.
That's all right. Okay.
Well, to give an input and
Carvel,
it's
that's it.
from another country, they derivated the pending flavor ban we have pending in Denmark back in late December from the fact that, hey, EU is banning menthol in May already. And therefore they wrote up that directive, which was going to be voted on in April and then go into effect New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
Total flavor ban.
Wow.
Total aroma ban also. So we're still waiting on that.
It'd be interesting to see what other things they ban in smoking. to be honest. But then it's a case of, Rizzler are always going to have it, because it's like trying to say, well, we're going to ban all vaping products, or we're going to put a tax on vaping products. It's like, well, does that include cotton and wire? And Rizzler are working under a similar logic. It's like, well, we're not technically a cigarette. We just produce paper. We're a paper company.
And they do the filter tips. They're not covered under it either, so you can get menthol filter tips.
Otherwise, you have to start taxing decoupage companies for selling their bits of paper.
Yeah.
Don't underestimate what they are willing to do.
No,
you watch. If it does get covered, that Rizzler will start getting into decoupage. I tell you.
Yeah,
they'll get into teabagging.
Right. So, the next bit is: can nicotine replacement products help combat COVID-19? French researchers are testing patches on coronavirus patients, and France has subsequently limited their sale. So now Welsh doctors are wanting some more tests. As trials continue in France, the consultants based in the South Wales valleys want to see what effect all nicotine replacement therapies, including gums, lozenges, and nasal sprays, can have on people with coronavirus. Funders of new drugs are to be contacted on the group's behalf by one of the UK's top anaesthetists in a bid to trial the theory in Wales. Last month, data from a Parisian hospital indicated that smokers were statistically less likely to be admitted for treatment for COVID-19, but the Welsh doctors have issued a strong non-smoking message and urged smokers to quit, saying that if they do catch the virus, they are way more likely to die from it. So it's a balance. You're less likely to get it, it seems, but if you do get it, you're definitely fucked.
Yeah.
I'm really confused by that whole thing. It started.
Basically, what they research in France is that there is a plausibility that the nicotine can go in and block the cell, the virus cell, from hooking onto the receptor of the healthy cell.
Yeah,
that's their.
But the problem they've come up with is that smokers' lungs especially are very bad at getting rid of any virus, whether that's the common flu. I mean, when you were smoking, did you guys ever get a chest infection that seemed to last like 3-4 months?
Yeah.
And now you get one, you're like 2 days of feeling shit and you're fine.
I've not had one since I stopped smoking. And I used to get them twice, 3 times a year.
Yeah, I've had one in the time I've been smoking. It lasted probably a week with antibiotics and it went again. But before that, it was almost a never-ending chest infection. So your lungs are shit at getting rid of stuff if you're a smoker. But like, what Martin's saying, it's harder for it's one of those things where you can be asymptomatic, I think. Much easier to be asymptomatic as a smoker.
I think it was just the way it was delivered. French researchers have tested patches on coronavirus patients, and France has subsequently limited their sales of what? Corona? Now the Welsh want more tests. On what? I'm confused. What?
France has limited the sale of nicotine patches, but the Welsh want more tests done on this theory.
Just the Welsh.
Just the Welsh, or at least maybe not just the Welsh, but the Welsh are doing a lot.
That's
anyway.
lovely.
Right.
Totally random boyo.
Right, so the next bit is sort of the other side of it. So it says, are vaping restrictions undermining efforts to fight COVID-19? An article in the Washington Times points out that the anti-vaping entities are doing their utmost to capitalize on the famous EVALI outbreak, the lung condition outbreak we saw last year, by stating that vaping must make users also more at risk of contracting the coronavirus. To this effect, several states are looking into including some form of vaping restriction into their coronavirus response measures. Similarly, the House Oversight Committee has urged the FDA to clear the market of vaping products. Nice try, Mark. That was close. Nice try. And earlier this month, Illinois
Read what it says, Cass. Come on.
Mark wanted me to read out to clear the market of spanking products. And earlier this month, Illinois Representative Raja Krishnamurthy said that since the hospital's across the states are struggling due to shortages of beds, the FDA should pause e-cigarette sales for the duration of the coronavirus crisis. However, in line with scientific research and arguments by public health experts, we know that implementing such measures is counterproductive to decreasing smoking rates. Smoking, of course, is known to be conducive to a plethora of respiratory conditions, cancers, and other diseases. Therefore, as COVID-19 started spreading, health authorities naturally assumed smokers were at a higher risk of contracting the virus. There's a little bit more, but it's pretty much what I've just spoke about the Welsh thing, about nicotine potentially being something that blocks the virus from entering cells.
What's a powderful drug? I'm curious.
A powderful drug is someone who doesn't really know how to edit their writing properly. Where does it say that?
So last on the last paragraph on the top of page 2, that's it. That sentence there.
It said the powderful drug. That's the potential.
Is that powerful or?
I think it's powerful.
It might be because I added a D into it. Sorry.
Oh, did you do that?
Yes. Sorry. It did say powerful. I thought I'd try and sneakily add that D in to see if you noticed it, but you didn't read the sentence, so it was fine.
You're gonna have to be very careful in future casts. This is
I
think this is a no thing.
But yeah, for the first time in about 5 weeks, there's actually some fucking vaping news and some positive vaping news. And actually, it's not 100% confirmed yet, but it's more relevant to me than anyone else. But the Norfolk and Norwich Hospital, for the first time since the beginning of March, have had no new cases or deaths of COVID-19. However, there could be a weekend lag, and also give it 2 weeks, and all the cunts that are out on the beach this weekend are probably going to end up there anyway. But bit of good news.
I think it's from that poster I sent you, so you can hang all over Chroma.
Yeah, I'm tempted. That was funny as fuck. That was.
What's that?
See if we can find it. It wasn't that long ago you sent it to me either, was it? He just said you need to put this up in your shop. After blasting me. Okay, it says, cover your fucking mouth, shut the fuck up, buy your shit and fuck off. Stand at least 6 feet, player. Store capacity limited to 5 motherfuckers at once. You cough, you die.
Like it.
Yeah,
That's the poster for the door.
That's the poster for the door.
On the shop.
Yeah.
It was on a shop, like physically in the States somewhere.
Okay.
Brilliant. So yeah, that's the news for this week.
So the one that I put in there isn't worthy of reading out then, no, Kaz?
You dumped a link in there, if I'm honest.
Oh, was that okay?
Give me a sec. I'll find it out.
Okay.
There we go. Ooh. A bit of Canadian vaping news.
Nova Scotia.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Do you want me to do it, or do you want to do it?
It's up to you. I don't mind.
Look,
Chandler,
basically.
do it.
Do it. I'm doing it.
Yeah, you do it. You found it. You do it.
Basically, what this is about is Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
Am I right? I don't. Sorry.
Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia. That's the one. That's the place. Yeah. Nova Scotia. Scotia. I like Scotia better, don't you think?
Beam me up.
It's a place in Canada, isn't it? Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
I am right. Yeah. Okay. All right. God, this is starting well. Actually, Kaz, you do it. You're much better at this sort of shit.
Okay, so a respected Canadian vaping advocate is facing life-threatening medical issues, and because he's a vapor, Nova Scotia provincial health authorities are threatening to cut off the oxygen supply he depends on.
What?
Ray Yates, the founder of the largest Canadian consumer vaping rights organization, the Tobacco Harm Reduction Association, or THRA, of Canada, is a 70-year-old emphysema victim with little money and no resources to fight against the provincial agencies that have decided he should be denied the medical aid he requires. Apparently, the vaping community has been alerted to Yates' plight by the International Network of Nicotine Consumer Organizations and the Global Consortium of Vaping and Tobacco Harm Reduction Consumer Groups. Who the fuck writes these names, honestly? Which has been in touch with THRA's Jackie Ulry, and the Nova Scotia Department of Health and Wellness has notified Yates that his supply of subsidised home oxygen will be cut off on June 1st. The stated reason is the supposed hazard caused by vaping in the presence of medical oxygen. So they're worried they're going to blow himself up. So they're going to just take his air away instead.
I say we start a GoFundMe site for him.
Yeah.
Basically, what's happened is one of the health organisations has said it's not a good idea to vape or charge a vape product anywhere near high levels of oxygen, which, to be fair, makes perfect sense. You really don't want anything that's likely to create a spark anywhere close to oxygen. So I wouldn't charge, and this guy does not vape or charge his batteries anywhere near his oxygen. But they've just taken that to go.
Well, they might as well take away all candles in his house and go. You can't have a gas hob.
Yeah, I mean, it even says in the article that obviously this would also link to charging any other kind of battery, be it a computer battery, whatever, a mobile phone. But they're just targeting the vape pens, the vape devices. So
basically, he has to go live in a cabin in the woods if he wants his oxygen.
And but they're telling him if he continues to vape, even though he doesn't charge his batteries anywhere near it, or even vape anywhere near the oxygen. If he vapes, they're going to stop supplying him with subsidised oxygen.
So from VT UK to Nova Scotia, get in the bin.
Yep. No, Nova Scotia. Look at me. Doesn't anyone pronounce shit right? I mean, fuck my ass.
Sorry.
Well,
Excuse me. Hey, Jono, how you doing?
can we move on to Martin's betting?
Yes.
We can.
Martin, what is your betting?
My betting.
He's got a betting.
Betting fun.
Well, first of all, I wanted to follow up on something that Chandler showed last week in his coil section. Which is the physical element, or like the physical example of the large novelty coil.
Look at that, it's huge.
It is.
That's cool.
I like it.
I tried, doesn't fit in any of my RDAs. So
Try.
still not vapable at all. Yeah.
It looks rather good on the desk.
Thanks to Ilse over at PC Coils. She put this in my package in my favorite color. So
awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so that's a nice thing to have. I found something interesting, at least I think, the other day.
Can I just add to this very quickly? I've never seen someone so excited over a product in my life that was desperately hunting to find.
Well, to be fair, I then forgot it for like 5 days, and then suddenly I was like,
Ooh.
"No, it's in my head now. I gotta get it. Where can I get it from?" And I'm gonna start in a way off, but still very close. I'm gonna start with Apple AirPods, or just AirPods in general, because me being an Apple hater, I have some other ones from something called Defunct. But a lot of you use Apple AirPods. They are widely popular. They're very good. Little case. Have your two little headphones in there. So take them out, use them, put them back in, and it's charged through the case. So I came across something from a company called Vaptio.
Image one.
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's get into it. Bring up image number 1. So it's called the Vaptio Ergo, which is very little device itself. The pod being like gray and white one. And then you have a charging case, and the other white one you see sticking up in there is then an extra just pod itself.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just go on to number 2, Mark. You can bring up picture number 2.
If it's anything like the other Vaptio kit that I actually reviewed one, I think.
So
it's going to be fucking awesome.
They're saying that this is the smallest open pod system. We're not talking closed pods. That's what intrigued me.
Oh,
Open pod system. And it's very, very tiny.
You've got two in the case, so you can basically.
No, you got one device. So the one that's sticking up is just like an extra pod.
Oh, okay.
So
the underneath that is battery.
Yeah.
Got you.
Move on to number 3, Mark.
There we go.
So you got a better view of it here. So like the case has 700 milliamp hours, and the device itself actually only has 80.
80?
Have around. Yeah, 80.
Okay.
So, but same thing with your headphones. You know, use them a little, goes back, charges.
Thanks for the sub,
instead
Nat.
of putting it in your pocket, the device, you just put it into the charging hole, or the charging case, and then it charges up again. So it has around 40 to 50 puffs, according to their numbers. And then you put it back, and or if like 10, 15, put it back and charge a little bit. And it has USB-C.
What the fuck?
No way.
No.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
5 minutes for fully charging. That's what they're saying. Fully charging the case.
That's nuts.
Some
Well,
included a picture of some dimensions, some specs.
It's
So the coils are 1 ohm in resistance. That's perfect for me, at least, for some good salt nick. Size of the device, yeah, it's on the screen. 7 centimeters tall, 7.3, 50 or 5 centimeters wide, and approximately 2.5 centimeters in depth. And a very tiny device, which is only 2 centimeters by 6 centimeters.
If it's anything like their Tyro kit, which is a very good starter kit, that'll be awesome.
What's the price point on these, Martin?
Well, their retail price on their own site is $55. From what I can see in scurrying through Italian sites, where I finally managed to find someone that were willing to send outside of Italy, it was between €39 and €50. So my guess is, because Mark helped me find out that there are some UK retailers who have it in pre-order. I'm guessing it's going to be at the £39 mark, because of also the market being a little bit more pressured in UK. So around the 40 pound mark, I would guess.
3F Vape have it for $30.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it takes 2 weeks. And I don't want to order anything from 3F Vape, even authentic stuff. So
Fair enough.
that's just it.
Nat, thank you for that sub, by the way.
So I think the question has got to be...
Oh, it comes in blue.
Vaptio Air, go. Gimme, 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 or get in the bin. Ooh, look at them bounce. You see, for me, it all depends on how, you know me, all depends on how tight it is. If it is a proper mouth to lung, then gimme, gimme, gimme. If it's not, if it's like some weird restricted thing where, then get in the bin. But I'm hoping we'll find out within the next week or so from...
David, I'm gonna send you one. If you vape the Caliburn, you're gonna want to vape this one.
Do you know why I told it to get in the bin? Because I have the Mini Fit pod, and that does all of that. Charges in about 10 minutes and lasts all day. And it's an open pod system.
But you're missing the gimmick. You're missing the gimmick.
The fact that every time you pop it back in the case, it charges it back up again. I mean, bloody hell.
Yeah, but can I open it next to my phone and it gives me the charge amount?
Maybe.
That'd be awesome.
No. It doesn't connect to your phone.
Wireless charging.
So what we need is some sort of NFC functionality then with these devices. Maybe?
think it would add too much to the price in regards to what you would get from it.
Do you not remember the Eiffel E-Cig or whatever it was? That had a NFC, and that mod was wank.
Well, there we have it.
I think I would like use it for like the first 2 days, and we'll just.
Something else that was very. There was something else that was very similar. It was a dual-like thing. I'm trying to rack my brains to try and remember what it was. It was a dual-like thing, and the box that it came in was like a packet of cigarettes, and you popped it in, and it got a battery in the box, and it.
Yeah, well, some of the early ones where they like looked like cigarettes, they made some that charged the bud thing, the white part. So yeah.
Well, there we have 2/3 of our viewers think that Vaptio Ergo should get in the bin.
Oof. Hard lot to please this lot, I tell you.
But if they made the case in Juma, they'd all fucking love it. So
No, they won't. You won't believe there aren't that many that like Juma after all. If we stab wood, then now we're talking 200 euro or something like that.
yeah,
No, forget it. You want it in polished Ultim.
yeah. Or all you got to do is say it's for the billet box somehow, triple the price.
Okay, I'll get on messaging Billet Box saying you need to clone this and just make your own. Just slap on a friendly flipper sticker or something.
Okay, so I've been testing the Roulette RTA from Across Vape. I think I've been using it in daily rotation for the past 2 weeks, I'd say, maybe 3. And what I didn't want to do was give a slapdash review or, my thoughts and my opinions to be long-term ones and not short-term and knee-jerk reactions, because there are some knee-jerk reactions I could have made about this, but long-term I think it's only fair. So you've all seen it. I'm going to pop some photos up in a moment just so you can see what we're dealing with. I have been running it for the past 2 or 3 weeks. Those of you that don't know what the Roulette is an RTA. It comes with 2 discs that sit underneath the deck of the device, and they're used to dial in the airflow that you require. Now, the options on this start at a single alleged 0.8, 0.9 times 2, 0.9 times 3, and then there's a direct lung disc which goes up to 4 mil for 1 mil holes. Now for me, I'm out of lung all day, every day. It's what I use. So this was a perfect one for me to use to try to fall in love with. 22 mil. I think it's just shy of 40 mil high, excluding the drip tip, and a polycarb tank. Let's put some photos up. So, as it comes, a natty little tub, RTA, drip tip, healthy set of spares, and a spare disc that you can see there in that second bag. Now, obviously the first thing that we do is we don't read any instructions, we don't do anything, do we? We just go in and we stick a build in and we see how we get on. Now, to be fair, the deck is lovely and there's plenty of room there to build. I'm using a 1 ohm, 2.5 mil coil. I believe that's a Pilgrim Vapes coil. As you'd see, you're going to have no problems at all fitting a good size direct to lung coil in there. So building, absolute piece of piss. No problems, no issues, no problems at all. Now, what I quite like about this is juice control. And if you take a look on the sides, can you see there your juice control? See the hole, the hole there where the juice comes through onto the wicks. That is controlled by the section underneath the drip tip. So that plus shape, you turn that, you twist that to control your juice. Now, you may have seen on the deck, so you see those metal pins at the side of the deck?
Oh, yeah.
That is your start and end point.
There stops.
For your juice control. And to fill it, you remove the top. And you've got an easy fill direct into the tank. 3.5 mil, so not necessarily TPD compliant, but close.
They tried.
Close. The airflow control, you know what? I've not taken a photo. If you look underneath there, you'll see a dot with 1. See, there's a single dot. That is set to me as what they claim to be 0.8. It's not 1.8. I know my tightness, and I don't believe that that's 1.8. I think it's just a little bit larger than 0.8. But hey ho. What I love about it, the finish. The finish is nice. Lovely finish. No marks, and I'm a clumsy cunt. You all know me. I've not dinked it. I've not knackered it. I've not bust it. It's still looking as nice as the day that I received it. Another thing I really, really like, and I know some of you won't all necessarily agree, is that drip tip. That drip tip to me is lovely. And if you see there, you can see that the juice control is wide open.
Okay.
So the finish, the design, flavour to me is good. However, I am getting a twang. I'm getting a twang of, I don't want to say fishy, but a fishy twang. A twang that, and it's gone through an ultrasonic cleaner. It's been cleaned. And there is just a twang of something. I can't work out what it is. It's not machine oil because it came clean. Do you know how some things, they come and they're absolutely coated in oil and they're filthy, and yeah, this came and it was clean. Perfectly clean. So for me, I've got no idea where the flavour's coming from. I've got no idea where that taste come from. Now, I thought it might have been in my head. So I gave it a couple of days, came away from it, went back a couple of days later, and yeah, that twang is there. And I tend to test equipment with juice I know, and juice I know well. And the flavour is good. However, there's this twang. And this twang I can't get over. Second thing is the airflow. I'm sure I'm sure they'll say it is 0.8. To me, it doesn't feel tight enough to be 0.8. Third issue I've had, gurgling. I have put different builds in. I have played with cotton. I've played with floofing. I've tried everything. Air control. You get good days, you get bad days, and I can't work it out. I've been building RTAs for donkey's years, and I have never known anything so inconsistent with gurgling. I've spoken to other people that own them and they've not had the problem. But yet, when you look at their builds, there's nothing... You know, you jump between very little juice flow wide open. It doesn't make a massive difference, in my opinion. Again, it may be me. I know, what were these? $67? I think $67. I think they're sold out in the first 11 minutes or something, 12 minutes. They are a good day-to-day tank. I have got no major nasties to report other than my little picks, in my opinion. For someone that perhaps likes a looser draw, they're going to love it. But for me, the tightness isn't quite there. But no, I don't know when they're... I did check earlier to see if they were back in stock. They're not showing in stock yet. If we hadn't been sent one, would I buy one? Probably yes. I probably would. The price point's spot on.
Yes.
I'm not offended by it in any way. You know, I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10, I think.
Pretty decent.
Solid 8 out of 10. Just a few things, in my opinion, that let it down a little bit.
Question. Do you find you get the gurgling just after you filled it?
Nope.
It doesn't matter when. It
tends to gurgle less when you first filled it, which is why I thought it was juice control.
Okay. Obviously, normally you normally close the airflow off on a tank before you open the lid. Otherwise, you end up with your juice pissing everywhere, don't you? So I didn't know whether, because I get that problem on my Berserker. It gurgles for the first 5 minutes after I filled it.
Now the Berserker was a gurgly fucker, but I only found it was gurgly in the 5mm mode. In 2mm,
yeah.
This has never flooded. Never flooded. I've lost count how many times the Berserker flooded on me though.
Yeah.
You've woken up the next morning, there's a pool of juice. Many times.
How's the threads and the machining and stuff? Obviously, with it being it's essentially a plastic tank.
Machining's bang on. As far as the metalwork goes, it's awesome. I don't like the polycarb. It's not even a thick polycarb. I'm looking around at other things. You know, you look at the Dwarf. The Dwarf's a good thick tank.
Yeah.
Don't know if you can hear it.
Yeah.
It's really, really thin. And whilst...
Is it sort of like one cross thread and you've done it?
Yeah. One cross thread, it's gone. It's done. Yeah. The threads are a worry.
Have you considered, could the taste you said you were experiencing, could that maybe be from the tube section?
It's been through ultrasonic. It's been cleaned.
Like the insulator heating up, because you know you've got a lot of insulators between the cog and the deck and things like that.
Is it K-Fun light thin? I'd say, Matt, on par, if not a little bit thinner. It is. If I got a micrometer, I don't think it's on the spec sheet, but it is.
10.
It's thin. It's thin.
Is it worth the hype?
For the price, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. No, it's no. It's not wank. Dave, it's good for the price point. It's good. The issues I've had with it are personal.
Just niggly little things.
Niggly things, and I'd rather be overcritical than undercritical. Because if one of you guys go out and buy it and say, "Fuck me, I taste haddock," I'll get, well, yeah, I got that as well. I'd rather be upfront and say, I got a funny taste from it. Can't get rid of that taste.
If you didn't manage to get one, don't worry, it's terrible. If you did manage to get one, it's fucking brilliant.
I'll be honest. If RTAs are your thing, it is good. It's got a twang. It's not a funny. That goes nothing against how it's built, how it designs, how it works. I just am getting a twang from it. That everything about it is good. I just get a twang. The cog, Dale, that's in test as well. Thoughts on that very soon. And that's not shit. Not that I'm saying that is.
Okay.
And to be fair, I think they will do a similar thing as with the first drop on the website, that they will announce it in the group and post it there. That's just with how fast it went last time. I think they're going to do that the same again. So people who are following across will have the first insight.
But it's an absolute dream to build on. It's a lovely finish. The quality's there. The features that it's got with the disc, with the juice control, it's all there. It's all spot on.
So anyone that doesn't want it as tight as you want it, they're just free roam.
Yeah, I've not necessarily criticised it on the tightness of it. It is perfectly usable. I'd just like it to be a bit tighter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just your personal weird want of a ultra tight draw.
LB's saying is their squote tasted funny too. It's something you adapt to. It's not, every RTA, every RDA has got its. They taste different. So maybe it's a feature. I don't know. But if RTAs are your thing, you don't want to spend a fortune. Wait for the next drop. Get yourself sorted. I'll have to send this out and see what you lot think.
Be interesting. I would immediately fuck the threads up. I'm that guy. I just go, oh fuck. Oh, well, that's that then.
When's the next drop?
Shade Ray, what mod are you using there, Martin?
What mod? That one? No, I think it was that one.
Juma.
Or as LB says, just buy a K-Fun Prime. No.
So,
Juma.
Yeah, Juma. Yeah. What was I thinking?
I don't know.
Oh, I just noticed that while you were talking, Cass was getting freebies through chat, so apparently that happened.
They weren't freebies, he's paying double for them.
Oh.
Okay.
Well. Have you gotten your by the way, Cass, have you gotten your dot shell yet? Or the dot?
No, not yet.
Haven't they just come back in stock?
I don't know. No idea. No, I've got a car service to pay for this month, so that won't be happening.
Anyone else get a car insurance refund?
No.
No.
I got 50 quid given back to me because we're not using our vehicle. I am. Not using your vehicle. So
Who are you with?
50 quid.
We
Admiral.
got we got an email off Churchill. If we thought our annual mileage was going to be substantially less than what we said, we should get in touch and they would give us a refund. I couldn't be asked.
I've just come off Admiral because they couldn't give me a cheaper price.
Hang on.
There you go.
Sure, it was 50 quid. Hang on. Let me go into my bills account.
I will be
I've heard about
contacting.
insurance companies like paying out bonuses for both.
Yeah, but
Our
Mark,
insurance
how much is your insurance for that tank overall?
It's not that expensive. There you go. Let's cover up what you don't need to say.
Nice.
£50.
Tell very much.
There you go. I like that.
I'll take that. But I'm about to put a third car on the policy as well, so it's a shame I didn't do that before.
Apparently, Admiral are doing £25 per car.
Admiral.
So-
I've got 2 cars on the policy, so that'll be why I've got.
50.
£50.
I'm about to put a third one on. That
would have been 75 quid.
I did waive the admin fee when I put my private plate on the other day.
That was nice.
But no.
Is that because you're not travelling anywhere? No one will see your fancy plate.
Don't know. It's just I'm guessing it's just a nice thing to do, because obviously normally you get charged 30, 40 quid admin fee to make a change to your registration plate,
Yeah.
or to remove a car from a policy, which is why I never remove one from a policy. I'll swap it, because then you don't tend to get charged. Hey ho, where have we got to? Chenandler.
Chenandler.
Handler. Bong.
Was it me? Oh, okay.
We were just saying your name for the lols. I mean,
No, I just thought it was, I just thought you were just spreading the love.
okay.
Okay. Where's my? I sent Mark some pictures.
Shall we go for one of the coils of the week?
Yeah, we always start with the coil of the week. The
Silver one's gone up.
silver one's gone on. Okay, yeah, I ought to actually put that over there so I can see it. There we go. Look at that!
I'm straight off the bat thinking the Mummy. I don't know why.
It does look a little bit like that, doesn't it? It's a bit bonkers. This one.
What I love about it is the consistency of the. Do you know the twists of the vertical strands? The consistency of them, spot on.
It's nuts, isn't it? It's I've got a horrible feeling. I think there is a reason why it is not coloured, because what's the resistance of that going to be?
It's definitely not vapeable.
About 4.5 ohms.
Something stupid.
Most people that colour them with a gas torch rather than
Blowtorch it anyway, don't they? So yeah.
Pretty, but not.
Yeah. Again,
Usable.
where does the wick go?
Yeah. Well, more importantly, where does your top cap go?
Well, yeah.
It's all
Actually, looking at it, a top cap might squeeze on over that.
It's definitely within the boundaries.
It is, isn't it?
Not with.
It kind of looks like they've made it specifically to fit in.
Dear. I simmer mine on the hob for 10 minutes. Brilliant.
It is a bit spaghetti, isn't it? To be fair.
I'm still thinking the Mummy. I don't know why.
Second coil of the week.
Yeah, go on. I saw two because did. I thought that was pretty. It's basically just a dual coil with another one wrapped over the top.
You see that my OCD kicks in with that when symmetrics and everything. And I know
It's symmetrical though.
Yeah, but it's got like you can just on the bottom you can visibly see 4 wraps, and it's almost just over 3 you can see on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think from if you
And look at the cutting point on the right at the bottom of the post. You can see where they've cut off the other coil, and it's messy.
Oh yeah.
And you can clearly see there, as you're saying, Cass, that they're using a blowtorch because otherwise it would have more color.
And it wouldn't color that evenly if they weren't.
Not that I'm saying any one of us could do any better.
No, oh God, no.
Far
no.
from it.
yeah, but to be fair, with that stretching over from the middle to the other side, isn't that going to short it, or is that just me? You've got that
No,
strip going from one coil to another.
no, because the coils themselves are touching in the posts. As long as there's no short between positive and negative, you're fine.
Okay.
I think you get mother of all hotspots trying to.
Yeah, because that coil that's going from top to bottom.
I mean, that coil's
could be
basically a
a-
hard short anyway.
Different, yeah, it could be a different route for the. You've got all sorts of different ways of the electricity going from one end to the other. But hey ho. Either way, it's not meant to go. It's just meant to look pretty. Okay, the picture of the chap vaping.
The 10-year-old photo.
Yeah, and that was exactly my point. It was seriously, is this still doing the rounds? I just did a bit of a Google, not a Google search, a search in Instagram, and it was one of the, it was in the top 10. I'm like, well, why is this still going round?
And how is it still getting likes?
I know.
It's Leo, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
It's
they've tagged
crazy.
Mercedes, cloud porn. What are the tags? Yeah. Smoke.
Luxury.
It's got Vape Models Mexico in there, and that's where it's getting all the likes from.
DM. Vaping will
Obviously.
never look as cool as smoking.
Yeah,
Come
this
on.
is true.
Come on. No. I don't look cool. I look cool as tits. I don't care what you say. And my fingers aren't yellow either.
There you go. I tried to think what film it was I was watching the other day that started with people vaping.
Wasn't one of our episodes of Vape Talk UK, was it?
A Billion Lives?
Oh no, it was just something I put on and I went, I've got to remember this to mention it on the show, and I've just completely forgotten about it. Never mind. Don't worry, it'll come back to me. I'll go back on my playlist on Netflix and just watch the first 30 seconds of everything just to see which one it was.
No, Mark. Just no. Sorry, Dave. I thought I looked cool.
Yeah, no. To be fair. Go on. I think the dot mod. I know
Well, Johnny Depp is vaping in The Tourist.
Dot mod? You never sent me a dot mod.
I did send you dot.
Sorry.
Oh, it's got a dot mod on top of it.
The Petri on
Yeah,
top.
yeah.
Right, I need to remember mute the audio. Mute the audio. La, la,
Oh, has it got audio?
la,
I didn't
la,
actually
la,
listen to the
la,
audio.
la, la.
I thought,
Is audio coming through?
don't know. I haven't
it's
turned it
not.
on.
No, that's good. That's good.
No.
Yeah.
Is that a case?
No, it's not. It's fine. It is a leather case. Now I know it's for a.
That's a hex.
Looks like a hexagon.
Yeah, I know it's for a hexome, but hey ho. But look at that case. That's a hand painted leather case.
Oh.
It
Details.
looks pretty slick.
It's got the dot cloud cap on it.
And a Two-Face kind of homage with Batman Joker.
I don't think there's supposed to be any audio, Andrew, DM.
It's the next one that's got audio on.
Yeah, I didn't think this one had audio on it.
Does anyone miss the hexome?
Yes.
I've never had a hexome, to be fair.
I love the hexagon. I love the Hexo. The Hexo.
They were brilliant.
The
It's
beauty
just variable voltage PWM, isn't it?
series. The
Series.
yeah. The beauty of them was they came with a lifetime warranty. If anything went wrong, you fucked anything up with it, anything stopped working, you sent it back. I can't believe so many people haven't had Hexes.
The V3 was better than the V2 though.
No, never had a Hexo. You can you still get them? Do they still make them?
I don't know if they still make them, but no, they're quality.
What's the output on them? Are they as their series? Do you have to build low for them?
No,
High.
don't build below
High,
0.3.
rather.
You see 0.3, I'd go 0.4 just to be safe. For me, I was
You're getting 8 volts out of that.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was gifted a series box not so long ago. I'm not gonna show it off because of who it was made by, but I love series as much as we had this conversation the other day, and I can't remember who I was talking to, but they couldn't believe that I would quite happily sit down with, well, there's one sat here, a 30mm RDA and a chuff off grate 21700 series
Yeah.
box.
Oof.
I do like a nice warm cloudy vape, but I also, where did anywhere it could, DM, anywhere it could. Who is it made by? Some bloke. You ain't getting it out of me. But no, I like a good...
I'll ask him while the credits are rolling. He might forget to mute the audio again.
Yeah. Yeah, no. It's not happening. Not happening. Next video. This one I need to remember to audio to mute.
Yeah, it might have cheesy audio in it. This is...
Hello, Voopoo.
It's a Voopoo drag.
Okay.
But it's got a snazzy thing with the pod system.
So the airflow is actually built into the smaller device.
Let's play that again.
Yeah. Do it again. I should have given you another video. The airflow. Can you see? There's a switch on the front of the. Is it the drag? I think they call it the Drag X, the pod system. There's a switch on the front that opens and closes the side airflows. I'm pointing at my screen like the fuck you can see it. The airflow slots at the side open and close, so you can adjust the airflow using the switch on the front of the device.
Can you swap it without having to empty the juice out?
Yes, it just unscrews like that.
And is it 18650? It appears that is a battery door. If it is, I'm liking that, especially with the Genie chip in it.
I definitely don't hate that.
I don't.
And it's not a closed, like you can change the coil in the pod. It's a pod mod, right?
It looks
I
like
think you
a
can,
standard coil. If you look closely,
it's a standard. It's not rebuildable. I don't think it takes a coil.
I'm not thinking if you could just take out just the coil itself from. Yeah.
I wouldn't. If I could put a tank on that one on the right, if it'd take a standard tank, I'd be all over that.
Although they'll probably like make an adapter that you can just screw in and then.
I don't want an adapter. I just want.
It looks like it's some sort of hybrid screw in though.
It does, and if you look, let's wait for the video to roll again. If you look on the back where the battery cover is, there's it looks like a switch, like a clicky, as it spins.
Which one are we looking
There.
at? One on the right.
There's like a metal slider.
Yeah. Oh no,
That's
that
what
locks
opens-
it into place.
What is that? What's the
No,
mod called, Chandler?
that's the airflow control.
Oh.
So it's wide open now. And you can.
Yeah, look. Can I? Hang on. Let's see if I've still got it up.
According to David, there's an X and an S model. One is 18650, the other is internal battery.
The Voopoo,
And Oggy says it's a silver locking pin.
is it the Voopoo Rex?
Vupu X.
Rex.
Get me notifications out of the way of the bar where I need to do the search. There you go.
Vupu Rex. No, not the Rex.
And where is it?
Oh,
Let's see if I
pardon
can
me.
ping. Can I ping you another video?
Sure thing.
Will that? There we go.
Vupu Drag X.
Yeah, gotcha. I'm not liking. Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Let me pop the photo up.
Oh.
That's a real shame.
What's that? What have you seen?
If your airflow control is like a metal sliding piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to send you the video that shows it you, and I've got an advert.
That's a shame because I really like the look of the mod. For
And can you change the drip tip at all? No, you can't.
Oh, Chandler. Did
There you
you?
go. I've pinged it to you. I don't know how long it's going to take to send it on Messenger.
I got it.
Got it. That was quick.
Whoa. That was loud.
Oh, sorry. Audio.
Sorry, guys.
I haven't got the. I've not got the. I've got it all
Didn't hear
muted
it.
on my Instagram because the audio on Instagram's pants.
It would have come through on live.
You know how you're talking about these skylines selling? Another one's just gone up for sale.
Yep.
That's a real shame.
Oh, what's that? What's bugging you? That airflow adjuster.
Yeah,
Why is that? Why is that bugging you?
because you're not going to be able to put a standard 510 device on
No, 'cause
top without an adapter of some sort, which is going to raise the height.
Yeah.
Infinite airflow.
Yeah, you just adjust the airflow. Instead of moving the bar, you slide it there, and your tank kind of nestles into the top of it. So yeah, it looks really cool, but you've got to use the proprietary tank that they've given you.
Sorry, Vupu.
Yeah, it looks so nice.
It did. They
Looks
got
awesome.
So many potential.
It's kind of
so much potential.
It's kind of a poddy thing, and you can take the tank out. If the tank's any good, if it's a good tank that goes with it, you're flying. But yeah, it looks all right. I don't know the price point on it. I haven't looked.
Shall we have a look?
Yeah, let's do some Google foo. I'll race you. Vupu X. $29.99. That's not bad, is it? Really?
No.
Because it's classed as a pod system.
You see the... Oh, no. Bless.
What?
What a shame. And it comes with Type-C as well. Oh, it could have been so good.
You just need the adapter.
And it's just a magnet. 4.5.
Wow.
The new upgraded 4.5mm magnetic suction pod provide the simplest and most sanitary way of filling oil.
Oil?
Filling oil. Hang on. I've just found. Sorry, I've done a search and got a Vinci X. It's not that one because that looks completely different.
Pod. Not just a pod. You may think pod is less playable than tank, but everything is different from Drag X. It can be adapted from a wide range of coils, including RBA. We will even add 510 adapters and other technologies to it. An unprecedented creation is coming soon. Please look forward to it.
Okay.
I love the language that they use on these websites to try and make you really want it.
I did really want it until I realised it was shit.
Matt Waite says it's rumoured at about 40 quid.
Okay.
Suction X1 DM. Yeah, I think you're misunderstanding. Just because. Yeah, no. I was going to get personal then.
Brutal.
I might get one just for sheer shits and giggles.
Yeah.
At that price, it'd be rude not to. But,
Oh yeah.
but, yeah.
There's the Drag X and there's the Drag S.
And then there's
the
the mother-in-law. Drag on.
X is with the 18650 and S is the built-in. That's what David said.
Okay, cool.
I think it was David.
That's
Yeah,
the
we want
buy
the
one.
18651.
No, it was David Payne.
Oh. There is a 510 adapter in the works from Vupu.
That's
Oh.
So,
Can you just put the words "what's occurred" in on the end of that?
yeah, sorry.
Oh.
What's occurred in?
Oh,
I can't do it in Welsh.
oh. Cracking.
Cracking, boy.
Okay, there's lovely.
That's lovely.
Right, I've ended up looking at random shit on.
Sorry.
Does anyone know where I can buy batteries with thin wraps?
What are you using now?
I've got a set of 25Rs that seem to have slightly thinner wraps than the other 25Rs I've just mangled.
Clones.
Well, no, they came from the same
Which
place.
one is it for? Is it for the... Oh, it's for the flask?
Yeah, because apparently vintage mods had very narrow battery tubes. I had the same thing with this. I had to take the label off of it before it would fit in.
What about some VTC 4s, maybe?
Not a bad idea.
Cass, why don't just take the plastic off the battery? You'll be all right.
Yeah, no worries.
Remember to remove there's like a sponge thingy on the top.
Yeah, remove
take that off.
Remove the insulator. You'll be fine.
You know what I might
Yeah.
actually do is I think there's a little bit of corrosion down the inside of the tube that's just enough to make it grip. So I think if I get some sandpaper inside the mod tube and just smooth it out, I think that'll make a big difference.
Matt is saying that their 4 are good in the flask.
I reckon though, before you sand it, if you just
Yeah.
pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds,
Yeah.
just to
Yeah.
warm it up,
Yeah.
and then get your finger in,
Yeah.
give it a good rimming.
Do you think
A
it's
good-
hard
a good
short if I?
gibbon.
Do you think it's
Give it a
hard
good
short
gibbon.
if I given if I just put a bit of olive oil around the sides just to lube it up as it goes in?
That'd work.
No, like real lube actually. That works
Why,
well.
why not just use VG?
Yeah.
Try and see if you can jam a 21700 down there. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, I
Got
can't just.
USB port on it to charge it, hasn't it?
Yeah. I don't even need 2 batteries really. I just need the one. It'll run off one battery. It's weight saving, that is.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the flask must be so old that it's mini USB, not even micro.
No, it's micro USB because it's an Evolve board, isn't it? So
Yeah.
40 watts of blinding power.
It's obviously, any.
See, DM, I did give it a hard ram, and do you want to know what it did? Do you want to know what it did?
He said ream.
Oh, well,
But,
I'm
you
going
know.
with ram. Look at that fucker. Just absolutely shredded the side of that. Dick.
Yeah, Kaz. One battery.
Nice.
I know. What were the
Ream.
really expensive battery wraps? They were
OBD?
they were like paper. They tore.
OBS ones.
Yeah, OBD.
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 They were
DB,
good.
DB, DBC, BP.
That's
I
the
did have
crazy.
some.
They are so expensive, but they're like the thinnest.
Yeah.
Pretty
Brittle.
much.
Really brittle once they're heated. Thankfully, my Vapor Shark flask seems to have the bigger tubes.
Microwave, 800 watts, 30 seconds. Get your sandpaper in there. Give it a good ream in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With some
Reamer.
lube and VG.
Lube, VG. Get your cock in there afterwards. Give it a good slip in. Jobs are good.
I mean, that definitely wouldn't fit in there.
You
Well,
get,
actually,
you
you
get
need
2
to
in
add
there.
a pinch of vinegar to the mix.
Yeah. Okay.
Hasn't got any of those insulator sleeves in it that you could slide out that might make it a bit better.
No, that's all right. That would make it even narrower.
Yeah,
I know,
take the insulators out. Remove the wrap off your battery. Jobs are good. 'Un.
Yeah. No way that would go wrong ever. That's also
Really?
dry. Ugh.
What did we say about lube?
Jesus.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be dry then, would it?
That is a
I'm
fucking
wondering-
good mod, though. After
I'm now
considering
wondering
it's,
if that. Sorry, carry on.
I say considering it's 5 years old, all the buttons are still super clicky. The screen, there's no screen gunk. You know how sometimes you get screen gunk around the edges of screens. None of that. It's in immaculate condition. So.
But to be fair, you can't have it all in the same day. So today you got your dot button to work. So
Yeah. Something had to fuck up. Hopefully it doesn't burn my flat down on the anniversary of Mark's house burning down.
That would be
it'll be
entertaining.
creepy.
Yeah.
Very creepy.
I think I might take the batteries out of this before I go to bed tonight.
Hey, interesting. I've just put. Whoop, that's it. Chuck it on the floor. That always helps.
Well, interesting.
I've just put one battery in my noisy cricket. It's not working. Oh no, it is. Awesome.
Yeah.
There you go. So if I'm caught short with batteries and I haven't got a paired set with me, I can manage with just the one. Yeah, I never knew that.
There we go.
There we go.
And there goes the point of the dual battery mod.
Yep.
Yeah, but if your two batteries go flat and I haven't got another paired.
Guessing you bring another set if you go out with a 2 battery mod.
The button on my OG flask is fucked. Oh, that sucks.
Right, we are about there.
There we go.
Aye, I think we are.
Indeed. Those of you that don't join us on a Friday night, I do believe... Is it Dave's?
It is.
It is the Irish version, so Riverdance, Westlife, you name it.
Potatoes.
It's
Potato.
going to be
A
fun.
little bit of IRA, maybe.
Oh,
Easy.
shit. Is that?
Easy.
Dear. No, so come join us Friday evening. It's Riverdance. There we go. It's good
Off
for
a
a laugh.
dance.
It's
Like
good.
Catholic hymns or something like that.
What about Protestant hymns?
Protestant ones. I don't know.
Well, it is Ireland, so.
I mean, it sounds like there might have been some sort of conflict over that. You just
Really?
don't know. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
No.
No.
I can't work out if it's taking the piss or not. I hurt my head.
Oh dear.
I'm pretty sure if you Google Bloody Sunday, was it?
And was it the Black Friday Agreement? Was that the
Never
same
heard
thing?
of it. What's that?
Good Friday
So
agreement.
what you're saying, Ness?
Good Friday agreement.
Black Friday, something completely different.
The Good Friday Agreement, not the Black Friday Agreement. That's like don't step on other shoppers, isn't it? The Black Friday Agreement.
It's
I,
what you
of
sign
course,
up for
do
when
know
you
what
get a
you're
good phone
talking
deal,
about.
isn't it?
I do know about it, even though I'm far, far away.
Good Friday Agreement, for fuck's sake. Sorry, David.
What did you say?
Black Friday.
Black Friday agreement. Oh bloody hell! I like the fact that he's actually correcting you, but even in correcting you, he called it the Goof Friday agreement, which probably makes more sense.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to be on for, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes. So, as soon as we've run the credits, I will pop the Zoom link in. Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you Friday, and if not, we will see you next Tuesday. Adios, motherfuckers.
Oh.